Simon & Schuster Audio presents How to Be a Bad Botanist, written and read by Simon Barnes. This one's for the hyacinth girl. Not knowing the name of the tree, I stood in the flood of its sweet scent, Matsuo Basho. Without the name, any flower is more or less a stranger. John Burroughs. Chapter 1. The Bombshell. There is a Zen saying that goes like this: before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. My enlightenment came with an atom bomb. Not like, with. As a student of Zen finds enlightenment in a handclap, so I reached a new understanding of life, its meaning and its possibilities, after an encounter with a bomb. I went to look for birds, but I was forced to confront the deaths of 146,000 people. As a result, I left with an appreciation of life I hadn't known before. I am now a bad botanist. And if that seems a trivial mental adjustment after contemplating death on such a scale, I will attempt, in the course of these pages, to point out in the gentlest possible manner that this would be an error of judgment. I was on Orford Ness, one of the strangest places in Britain. I was researching a project about the Rothschild list, which was one of the great pioneering events in the history of nature conservation. Charles Rothschild, wealthy, keenly aware of his duties as a public man, and absolutely mad for nature, compiled with friends and colleagues a list of 284 wild places worthy of preservation. From this came the network of county wildlife trusts that exists across Britain. One of these sites was Orford Ness. The list was published in 1916, at a time when British people and their government had other things on their minds than nature. In the midst of war, nature seems trivial, a luxury none of us can afford. That, too, is an error of judgment, but by the time the list was published, Orford Ness was being used for warlike purposes. Aeroplanes had only been around for a dozen years. On the Ness, they were developed as weapons of war. Orford.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?